What's going on, guys? Sharpshot here. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. So for today's video, we're going to be re-looking at the top 10 best survivor perks in DBD. I did this video about 6 months ago, and a lot has changed in DBD in regards to the survivor perks, especially with the new boon totems out. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to re-look and re-rank the top 10 best survivor perks. These are going to be the perks that you must have on your build, and when you're trying to make the best possible build as a survivor, this is the perk pool you're going to want to pick your perks from. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Coming in at number 10, we have We're Gonna Live Forever. We're Gonna Live Forever allows you to gain tokens for every protection hit or safe unhook you've done in the trial. And at tier 3, you can gain a maximum of 4 tokens that are each worth 25% more blood points at the end of the trial. At tier 3, you're able to get 100% more blood points, which is double the blood points at the end of the trial, which makes We're Gonna Live Forever the best blood point survivor perk. It also can come in really clutch in situations where the killer has downed multiple people. We're Gonna Live Forever allows you to heal survivors in the dying state twice as fast, so it allows you to recover everybody really quickly and reset the match. Coming in at number 9, we have Spine Chill. Whenever the killer is looking at you, the little perk icon in the bottom right for Spine Chill is going to light up, and if it's consistently lighting up, this probably means the killer is coming straight at you. And when this perk is lit up and active, it also gives you up to 6% bonus action speeds at tier 3 for a bunch of things. This perk is really useful in and out of chases. Outside of chases, it allows you to either be really stealthy, and when you see the perk icon light up, it allows you to hide from the killer, or if you see the perk icon light up, it also gives you the opportunity to get a huge head start in a chase. And inside of the chases, the bonus action speeds can be really clutch. For example, if you're vaulting a window or you're opening an exit gate, that 6% can come in pretty clutch. Coming in at number 8, we have Unbreakable. Unbreakable lets you revive from the dying state once per trial, and it also lets you recover 35% faster at tier 3. This is probably the best second chance perk in DBD because it's such a game changer. For example, it could completely save you and your team. If everybody's in the dying state and you have Unbreakable, you can recover and then revive everybody and then restart the game pretty much. Coming in at number 7, we have Iron Will. At tier 3, whenever you're injured, Iron Will completely muffles all of your injury noises, so you're completely silent. This makes you really stealthy, and it makes you really hard to track from the killer's standpoint, so it allows you to easily escape chases and stay hidden because the killer can literally not hear you. And a small little bonus, Iron Will completely counters Stridor at tier 3 now, so that no matter what, if the killer is running Stridor, you're still going to be 100% silent to them. Coming in at number 6, we have Heal Thyself. Each survivor that you have on a gen with you increases the repair speed by 15%, which stacks to a maximum of 45% repair speed if you have all of the survivors on one gen. And at tier 3, it also gives you 100% bonus blood points in the co-op category, so it doubles the blood points in that category. This is the best objective survivor perk because it allows you to easily gen rush when you're working on gens with other survivors, and you're pretty much going to maximize the blood points in your co-op category while you have this perk on, so it's also really good for grinding blood points. Coming in at number 5, we have Dead Hard. Dead Hard is an exhaustion perk that whenever you're injured and when you press the activate ability button, you quickly dash forward, and while you're in the dash, you also avoid all damage. This perk gives you a second chance or an extra life in whatever chase you use this in. It acts as an element of surprise that if you use it correctly can actually make the difference between life and death, and it could potentially extend the chase so much longer. For example, if you dead hard to a pallet and you pallet stun, you can just keep the loop going for that much longer. With the recent change to dead hard and having a hit validation, it'll also make it so that you won't get exhausted on the ground as much anymore, so you're going to be able to get a lot more use out of dead hard now. Coming in at number 4, we have Boon Circle of Healing. This is one of the recently added boon perks. To activate this perk, you have to go up to a dull or a hex totem and bless it, which then turns the totem into a fiery blue totem, and within that totem's 28-meter radius, that perk is active. With regards to Boon Circle of Healing, when you're in that radius, your healing speeds to yourself and other survivors are doubled by 100% at tier 3, and it also unlocks the self-care ability, so you're able to heal yourself when you're in that range without any medkit. This is at the moment by far the best healing perk. This perk allows you to heal yourself like self-care, but the only difference is that with that bonus heal speed, you heal yourself as fast as you would heal somebody else, which means that you don't heal really slowly like with self-care. You heal in 16 seconds like you would another survivor. And what's even better is that when you're healing another survivor, you're gonna whip through that heal state because you're gonna be able to heal at double the speed. And best of all is that this perk also allows the other survivors in that radius to heal themselves, so this allows the whole entire team to be able to stay in a healthy state the entire trial and not be bogged down by injuries. Whenever somebody's injured, they can just go back to that totem and heal themselves. Coming in number 3, we have Borrow throughout time. Whenever you unhook a survivor at tier 3, they're protected by the endurance status effect for 12 seconds after the unhook. And within that 12 seconds, if they get hit by the killer, it basically gives them an extra health state by putting them in the deep wound status effect, and then all they're gonna have to do is mend it away. This is by far the best altruism perk. It gives the unhooked survivor an extra life, and it prevents them from being farmed by the killer if the killer is face camping, for example. This is a must-have perk if you're gonna be unhooking a ton of survivors, so it's just that good. Coming in at number 2, we have Lithe. Whenever you rush vault or run into a vault like a window or a pallet, when you're not exhausted, you break into a sprint burst running at 150% of your base running speed for 3 seconds. This perk is, in my opinion, a dark horse candidate for the best exhaustion perk in the entire game. I know a lot of you will probably disagree with me on this, but the fact that it's basically a controllable sprint burst that you get to use whenever you want in any circumstance, in or outside of a chase, all you have to do is rush vault a window or a pallet. It can come in really clutch if you use it in the correct timing in a chase. For example, if the killer's right behind you and you vault the pallet and they miss the hit, you're going to gain so much ground in that chase if the killer is right behind you that it's just such a versatile exhaustion perk. You guys could have guessed it probably, but coming in at number 1, we have Sprint Burst. Whenever you're not exhausted and you start running, you break into a sprint burst of 150% of your running speed for 3 seconds. This perk is the undisputed best survivor perk in DBD because it's so easy to use and you can get so much use and so much value out of it in and outside of chases. Outside of chases, using the sprint burst allows you to quickly travel from objective to objective, and it allows you to travel around the map way faster. And inside of chases, it can give you a huge head start because you can just break into a sprint burst at the start of the chase and gain a ton of ground. And you can also 99 the exhaustion meter for this perk in the middle of a chase, and then quickly tap it, let go, and then reuse sprint burst in the middle of a chase, and it'll catch the killer off guard and give you a huge dead hard pretty much. Quickly before we wrap up the video, I want to list the major changes from my previous video of the top 10 survivor perks. I also want to give some honorable mentions. As you can see here, these are the 10 survivor perks that I've ranked in this video, and here's the top 10 survivor perks from my previous video. As you can see, there are some big movers and there are some that aren't even on the list anymore. The most notable changes in these top 10s is that inner strength is no longer there because Boon Circle of Healing is there. Boon Circle of Healing easily replaced inner strength as the best healing perk in the game, so there's no really use for using inner strength anymore. And Lithe came out of nowhere and stole the number 2 spot because in my opinion it is the best exhaustion perk in the game. It meshes the best pros of Dead Hard with the best pros of Sprint Burst and combines it into one perk, and it's just such a fantastic perk in my opinion that it had to be number 2. Moving on to the honorable mentions, the first one we have is Kindred. Being able to see the killer's aura within that hook range allows you to see their next steps and where they're traveling off to whenever they disappear from the aura, and it also allows you to see what your teammates are doing and if they're going for the unhook or if you should be going for the unhook. And when you're hooked, the fact that your teammates can see each other's aura allows them to be really efficient and only having one survivor come and unhook you. So overall, this perk is just really good in that every survivor can see the killer's aura, and then when you're hooked, they can see each other's aura. It's just a really good information perk. Another honorable mention we have is Boon Shadow Step. This is the other boon that was released with Michaela Reen, and it's really good because whenever you're in the boon totem range, your scratch marks are invisible to killer and they can't read your aura. So it makes you really hard to chase and really hard to track when you're getting looped in that aura because they can't track your scratch marks. And it counters the aura reading perks like barbecue and chili when you're inside that range because they literally can't see your aura. The last honorable mention we have is Adrenaline, which lets you heal a health state and get a huge sprint burst whenever the exit gates are powered, or in other words, when all 5 generators have been completed. This perk could be super clutch in certain scenarios because, for example, you might be in the dying state and when the exit gates are powered, you might be able to heal back up to the injured state with that extra health state, or it could also give you an extra health state in a chase. And while you're in that chase, that extra sprint burst can actually allow you to fully escape that chase. So overall, this is a really clutch end game perk. So yeah guys, those were the top 10 survivor perks in DBD. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this top 10 perks. I'm really curious to see your guys' input on that. So yeah guys, that's been the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. This has been Sharpshot, and I will see you guys in the next video.